Dear students, we are going to start with the endomembrane system. Endomembrane system consists of nuclear envelope I said, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosome and vacuoles. Why they are called endomembrane system? Because their functions are coordinated with each other. In spite of this, that each membranous organelle is distinct in terms of their structure and function, but they are in coordination with each other. Is this thing clear? Mitochondria, they have their own function. Chloroplast, they have their own function. But here you can see nuclear envelope, then you have endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles. They come under a endomembrane system. Fine. Now we are going to start with the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a complicated system of membranous channels and flattened vesicles. You can see here there are a network of tiny tubular structures which are scattered in the cytoplasm. They are of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth. As you know, if on the endoplasmic reticulum ribosomes are there, then they are called as a rough, otherwise they are called as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum divides the intercellular spaces into two compartments. One compartment is inside the endoplasmic reticulum, that is called as a luminal, and outside the endoplasmic reticulum is called as a extraluminal compartment. Fine. So these endoplasmic is dividing the intracellular space into two main components. Now coming to the rough endoplasmic and smooth endoplasmic. Rough endoplasmic, they are found extensive and continuous with the outer membrane of the nucleus. That is already I have explained you that the nuclear membrane is the extension of endoplasmic reticulum with the ribosomes on them. They have a rough membrane because they bear ribosomes which are attached to their surfaces. And rough endoplasmic is frequently observed in the cell actively involved in protein synthesis and the secretion, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum are free of ribosomes and they play a very important role in synthesis of lipids. In animal cells, lipid like steroidal hormone are synthesized in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So they are the major site for the synthesis of lipids and they play a very important role in the synthesis of steroidal hormone in animal cell. Now, what are the main functions of the uh, endoplasmic reticulum? Together, if we see together, then they are playing a very supportive role to the cytoplasmic matrix. They help in rapid intracellular transport of the material. One cell is connected to the other cell by a endoplasmic reticulum, so they are providing a transport of the material. They contain a variety of enzymes for the metabolic processes, like they have a ATPase enzyme, phosphatase enzyme. So they play a very important role in the metabolic processes. And already I have discussed with you that what are the differences between smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So in this smooth endoplasmic reticulums are in the form of vesicles and tubules, whereas rough endoplasmic reticulums are in the form of a cisternae and tubules. Then smooth endoplasmic reticulum are found at the periphery of the cell, okay, and rough endoplasmic reticulum are found inside the cytoplasm. You can see at the periphery of the cell, means where the membrane of the plasma membrane is there, you can see a smooth endoplasmic, and rough endoplasmic is inside the cytoplasm. So their location is the difference, their structure is the difference, their function is the difference, and on the basis of ribosome. So we can have a four differences between the endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Fine. Now other endomembrane system is Golgi apparatus. You can see over here I have already used the word cisternae and I have used the word vesicles. So you can see here, the structure of cisternae, then spherical structures are vesicles, and small rod shaped structures are tubules. So Golgi apparatus, it location is, it is densely stained reticular structure which is basically present near the nucleus. It was first observed by the scientist Camillo Golgi when he was observing the densely stained reticular structure being present near the nucleus of the cell. So Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus is a major complex protoplasmic structure which is made up of many flat disc shaped cisternae which ranges from the diameter 0.5 to 1 micron in diameter. So cisternaes, then vesicles, then tubules, they are all the structures of the Golgi apparatus. Now next important point regarding the Golgi bodies are Golgi bodies occur in all cells except the prokaryotes. Okay, bacteria, cyanobacteria, PUPLO, they don't have Golgi apparatus, and even in human RBCs and the sieve tube of plants, they also lack Golgi complex. Now, cisternae of Golgi complex are found stacked, they are parallel to each other. You can see they are parallel to each other and their number varies. And they are little curved, you can see over here. They are concentrically arranged with convex cis. You can see at the top it is written cis phase, trans phase. So cis phase is the convex phase and trans phase is a concave phase. Is it clear? Cis and trans phases are totally different but interconnected. Fine. So if I say convex phase, you will be saying cis phase. Convex in shape, that lies towards the cell membrane. Fine. And is responsible for receiving secretory materials through the other vesicles which are pinched off from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. I am explaining you this again. You can see here. Wait. Suppose this is a cell. So here this is a nucleus and here are Golgi present, Golgi bodies present. So here will be the cis phase. Okay. And here will be the trans, means convex part will be here and concave part will be here. Okay. So cis part is towards the membrane, cell membrane, and the trans phase is towards the nucleus. Fine. So these locations makes their function. Cis part is responsible for receiving secretory materials through the vesicles which are pinched off from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, whereas the trans phase, now you can see over here, trans phase, that is concave in shape, lies towards the nucleus and is responsible for releasing the material. Fine. Cis is responsible for receiving the material and trans is responsible for releasing the material which is being secreted by cis phase and is modified in cisternae. So what are the functions of Golgi bodies? They are involved in the formation of lysosome. They are involved in the formation of lysosome, vesicles that contain proteins and remain within the cell. Then they are responsible for the functioning of packaging material. It is an important site for the formation of glycoprotein and glycolipids. It helps in the production of complex carbohydrate other than glycogen and starch, and play a very important role in the formation of cell wall. So, materials to be packed as vesicles from the endoplasmic reticulum fuse with the cis phase, moves towards the trans phase, and then as it is very close to the nucleus. This is why Golgi apparatus remain in close association with endoplasmic reticulum. Why? Because the materials to be packed as vesicle from the endoplasmic is transferred to the cis, and from the cis it is transferred to the trans. Proteins synthesized by ribosome on ER are modified in the cisternae of Golgi apparatus before they are released from the trans. Okay, everything is taken up by the cis phase and released by the trans phase. Then they play a very important role in the formation of cell wall and for the formation of other complex carbohydrates and for the formation of glycoprotein and glycolipids. Next is lysosome. These are again the membrane bound vesicular structure which are formed by the process of packaging in the Golgi apparatus. See, all are interlinked. Endoplasmic reticulum pitched off goes to the cis phase. From the cis, it goes to the trans phase. And these lysosomes are also produced by the Golgi apparatus. They are rich in several hydrolytic enzymes. What are hydrolytic enzymes? These are hydrolase, lipases, proteases, carbohydrases, which are used for breakdown of lipids, proteins and carbohydrate. They are very active at acidic pH. They digest carbohydrate, they digest proteins, lipids and nucleic acid. So what are the functions of the lysosome? First function is they digest the food content as it is occurring within the cell only. That is why it is called as a intracellular digestion. Also they perform extracellular digestion. They digest the old and useless organelles of the cells and they play an important role in the cell division also. But basically being as the enzymes are present in the lysosome, they play a very important role as they are called as a suicidal bag of the cell. Now next is the vacuole. Vacuole is also endomembrane system. They are membrane bound space. What is the keyword over here is large membrane sac which has a space in it, and they contain water, sap, excretory product and other materials not useful for the cell. Is it clear? Whatever the waste is there, that goes inside the vacuole. Not only the water, sugar, salt, but also contains the pigments, toxic molecules, and the membrane bounded which the vacuole is bounded by, that is called as a tonoplast. In plant cell, the vacuoles occupies the 90% of the volume of the cell. You know, if we draw the plant cell, the maximum space in the diagram is given to the vacuole. So what is the function of the vacuole? In plants, tonoplast facilitates, means it increases the transport of ions and other materials against the concentration gradient into the vacuole. That is, means from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. If outside the concentration is more, the things will go inside the vacuole. Hence their concentration is higher in vacuole than in the cytoplasm. So if it is going against the concentration, means that we need energy and it is not moving from higher concentration to the lower concentration. In amoeba, the contractile vacuoles help in excretion. In many cells, like in protist, food vacuoles are formed by engulfing the food particles. So vacuoles are not only maintaining the turgidity of the cell, but they are acting as a contractile vacuole which is meant for osmoregulation and excretion in amoeba, and they are also as a food vacuole which is playing a very important role in engulfing the food particles. Fine. So vacuoles play a very important role in the plant cells, and they have a large plant cells, they have a large central vacuole which is filled with the watery fluid that gives added support to the cell.